Yo guys, Chingy's here. Another PvP rant video. So if you guys have been paying attention at all to streams or whatever, you might have seen, especially like I think Sidu said it, like they nerfed chill streak, and yeah, happy about that. Like, does it matter? Not really. It's just like incompetence, you know? So we have classes like Demon Hunters. Demon Hunters are kind of like overall they're okay, but just the hunt, you know, the hunt, for example, Star Search hitting for like 18Ks, Convoke, like standing 40 yards away as a boomkin, coming out of stealth and just convoking and just one-shotting the entire team. Obviously I'm a DK, so I can just zone it instantly, but if my teammates are not on top of me, I cannot zone all of us, for example. If he gets lucky and hits, you know, a person on the side or something, that is, that's not me, or I zone him and I get hit instead, for example, like I'm gonna die. And all I need is like 2 Star Search procs on one person, because they're both doing like 18k, and it just needs to not be 100% HP, like 36k if I was like just 6k lower HP. As you guys can see, my HP pool is 42k, almost fully geared. I think I'll have 44 or something with full HP. But it's like, the fact that they, so like the buffs to Frosty, and so that's for PvE, by the way, like all the buffs and all the changes were for PvE, sorry. And then they nerfed Chill Streak by 10%, which, like, I agree, Chill Streak is strong, but it's very easy to get out of, you know. Obviously, if they both don't have Trinket, you can have them both be in the stun, you can kill them with the Chill Streak, right? I get that, you know, it's a strong ability. It does about 30k plus. I think with the best in slot gear, like if you have like 60% mastery, 30% verse, I think it's the best you can get. You can probably get like 50k Chill Streak with 10 bounces. And like some empowerment effects and stuff from like Dark Archangel and Sky Fury in case it crits stuff. But like having abilities like the Hunt doing like 25k, or having Star Searchers in the game that do, like people ask me all the time, like, is PvP harder now? Because I play, you know, I coach a lot of people. Like generally the people that I am playing with are people that get stuck. They don't understand the meta. They don't understand to win games. Like they just lose, you know. They get stuck on their rating and they just don't understand like this. Because like what I've noticed is that a lot of people in low rating, they play properly. They just don't understand the win and loss, like how to win, how to not lose games, which is like the most important part of the game, right? It's same with League of Legends, you know. League of Legends, for example, is very simple. You can snowball, like there's things you can do just to win every game, get instantly the challenger. Like it's simple but complicated. So I like the state the game is in, but when you have abilities like the Hunt, Convoke, when you have Execute, for example, hitting for like 15k, like I've gotten a hit from I think a 20k crit Execute, and it's like that's more than half my HP. So I think Blizzard and the guys that just work there just need to have this little rule in their mind, like do not create abilities that can do so much damage. So like if you can kill someone in 1 to 2 globals, it's too fast. Like for example, like just a good example is Combustion, right? Combustion is too much damage. Like it's Fireball, or Fire Blast, and then Pyro, and then I think it's maybe it's Fire Blast, Phoenix Flame, and you get 2 Pyros. So you can do that in 1 second. So you can get the 2 Fire Blast and then 1 Pyro, and then you can do 2 Fire Blasts and 1 Pyro in 1 second. So what I mean with that is if you look at the combat log, you see the first Pyro Blast and Fire Blast hits in the first second, right? And then on the death, it's after a second. So in total, it's 1 second, because they have to wait for the second Pyro Blast to come off. Because it's just 1 global, because you start with 0. You're not on global when you start, right? And then you get to your global, and then that global finishes, and then the next global comes. So that's for example, like Fire Mage and Combustion is too strong, for example. And then we have Sub Rogues, killing you in 2 globals as well, 3 globals, I believe. And for example, take a good example is Frosty. Okay? How many globals does it take for Frosty to kill someone? It takes exactly, I believe, 5 globals. So exactly a leg sweep. So when I play with Mischievers in 2s or a Windwalker in 3s, they die exactly in the leg sweep. From me. Now when a Windwalker does his burst, he can kill people in 2 seconds. Or in first global to the second global. Same with as Combustion. Now this is a little bit to do with the haste legendary. and the fact that their globals are really fast, so they actually, you know, their globals become really, really fast. Rogue's globals are baseline 1 second, for example, even with low haste, you know, energy class. Same with Feral Druid. And you can also do the same as Feral. You can double Ferocious Bite. You can Ferocious Bite, and then you can use an ability that gives you 5 command points, and you can Ferocious Bite again, which is like 35k damage. Like these things just needs to be nerfed. Like when I say they need to be nerfed, like their damage overall is fine. You know, you can buff their damage. Just move their damage. Like the consistent damage is fine. You know, it needs to be moved. It needs to be. If one person is gonna kill someone, it should take at least 4 to 5 globals. At least. And the real reason for this is in 3v3, if you can kill people in 2 globals, which is 1-to-1 global, which is in 1 second that you can do, you can have 2 people kill someone in 1 global. And that's where the state of the game is right now. And that is why it's easy to get high rating, but also hard for some people to get high rating. So like, if you're playing a Demon Hunter, for example, and you understand Demon Hunter, you know enough. For example, I played with a lot of the Demon Hunters on low rating previously in BFA, etc. Like there's this guy Fells in this video here. I play with him. I've talked to him. I've you know, a good understanding of what kind of person he is. So you know, not to, you know, bring shame or be an asshole to Fells, but he is one ignorant fuck. And when he's able to get high rating, because like he plays the game a lot, he has the capability to get good at the game. He just does not give a shit. He does not care for that. I don't know why. I don't know why he plays the game so much and doesn't want to get good at it. But he's not good at the game because he doesn't try. Now he understands how to one-shot people, right? But like, I don't know how complicated it is for a Demon Hunter to one-shot people. But like having a crit on your you know, your hunt, doing like 25k, 30k damage, is stupid. Like I think I was having a 2s game with a tank Demon Hunter and a tank Pally I was playing with, and he got hit for a 31k crit from the hunt, which, you know, tanks take 25% increased damage. It was a crit. I don't remember if Skyfear was up or not. But yeah, he just insta died. It's like, you know, you have most classes that are viable right now, one shot. Most classes right now, one shot. The classes that do not one shot are Unholy DK, Frost DK. I don't know if Outlaw one shots. I know Sub can one shot. I don't know, Asa can one shot as well. Frost Mage, Fire Mage can one shot. Arcane cannot one shot as far as I know. You know, yeah, if you go through every single class, like Enhancement Shamans can one shot people. Destro Warlocks can one shot. Athlete Warlocks do not one shot. Like the Athlete Warlocks are like on like a weird kind of like, they're broken in different means than the one shot, which, you know, it's another story, which is like kind of okay but kind of not. Like for example, when you take Shadow Priest, like Shadow Priest is a completely fine example of a class that is balanced, not broken. It just, Mind Games is stupid. So take Mind Games for example, right? So Mind Games is an ability, right? It does, I think it can do like 9k damage up front, and it can also absorb 10k healing, right? Now absorbing 10k healing might not sound like a lot, right? But it's actually 10k damage and absorbing 10k healing, which, you know, versus a good player that knows how to deal with it, just pops Battle Master on it and doesn't die while they're in it. It's fine, you know? But like, if you look at it from a whole, right? If you see one ability doing 20k damage, that's too much, okay? So, do you change Mind Games? Or do you nerf it in PvP, like the Absorb effect, by half or something? And then have it do, let's say, then it would do, you know, instead of 9 plus 20, which is 30k damage from one ability, right? I think on average, Mind Games do about 6k or something. But like, I'm playing against people with gear and without gears, I can't really tell. Like, it's easier to tell if you just go into like a, you know, the tournament realm with full gear, and then you could test everything there. If I had a tournament realm, I could, like, you know, show you guys, showcase everything, and just like explain why the game is the way it is and why it feels very hard for some people and very easy for other people to get high rating. Like, you have examples of this from a lot of things. Like, you have guilds, right? Like high rated guilds. You have some people just never play PvP. Instantly in the start of the season, they got like top 100 on the ladder, just one-shotting people. Like, you have a lot of these people, which is like, you know, it's fun, you know, you're playing, you know, you're not that good at PvP, you're not good at paying attention to what you're supposed to do, what the enemy team does, blah, blah, blah. Like, you're just like, you know, I get it. You know, I play the game 16 hours a day, I know everything about the game, more or less, so, like, my mind just knows it, so I can't really comprehend at this point how it feels like to not know stuff. But you can definitely, you know, get high rating now without knowing stuff if you just know how to one-shot people. Because it's easier to one-shot someone than, and the reason why the game feels hard for some people and feels easy for other people is not because theoretically the game is harder or easier. It's just simple at its core, but some classes, like for example, let's Restadruid, Mistweaver, right? Those two healers, for example. I think Holy Priest, but I think Holy Priest has some niches, which is fun, which is stun and stuff, and the Holy Fire hitting for like 6k, doing pretty high burst damage. Like I said, I don't dislike the meta. What I dislike is the insane off healing, the insane burst damage, and that is too good. But like, if there's not insane damage and insane off healing, how would the game look like? I can't tell you. All I can say, and all I know, is that Ret Paladins doing 50k DPS for 3 globals is not cool. You know, Boomkins pressing Star Surge for 15k plus and being able to press 3 of them, which is 45k damage in 3 globals, which they were able to do in BFA as well with like the Azerite gear and stuff, and that was like why Boomkins were so broken. But like, if you tune that down, right, Boomkins can do the highest consistent damage in PvP, like at least they could in BFA, right? But now they're Star Search bots, but like they do insane damage. Like they'll do more damage than any other class. I think maybe Warlocks will do a bit more. And how do you fix this? Like, you know, how do you make it like not so stupid? How do you make PvP like, cause it is fun to one shot people. It is fun if you're playing the class that one shots people. It is fun to do that. I understand. I've played with a Demon Hunter. I've seen him one shot. I've had a giggle. I've had a laugh. I've gotten one shot plenty of times. I've lived with 1%. I know how to be in a sticky situation and get out of it. Like I can press my buttons in the right order so where I live if I need to. But even then, it's like, so this is the thing, is that this is from a DK's point of view. I cannot one shot people. I can grip people together, I can blind them, I can chill streak, dragon stun, empower rope and give me haste, get PI, get darkness, and kill people at 1800 in 2 seconds if they don't press anything. Well, it's not actually 2 seconds, but like, I've killed people in 4.5 seconds, which is, you know, pretty fast. But my cooldowns are 2 minutes, or like my dragon stun is a 90-second cooldown, for example. So if I'm doing this solo, how do I force the trinket? You know, how do I do this? Like, how do I actually land a kill? In reality, there it's not really possible, right? Because there's so many ways they can avoid stuff. But what I can say is Frost DK is not particularly bad. It's just other classes are broken. And I would say Unholy DK is pretty fucking bad and just needs something more in PvP. Basically, for all of you guys that don't understand why Unholy DK sucks in PvP, but our god tier in PvE is 1. Zone in PvE is really, really good. It's really useful for most mythic fights in Raid. And it's just like 20% damage reduction, you know, you can have, this is like you have 20% more HP on boss stuff that you need to soak, and it just saves the healers a lot. And Army of the Dead is not usable in PvP, which is the main reason. So what you can do, and what you can, like, how to know that Unholy DK are only good in PvP because of Army, just try not to press Army of the Dead in PvP. Just try not to press it. Don't use it, ever, the entire fight, and see how little damage you do. That is how it is to play Unholy DK in PvP. And then on top of that, just, you know, put your pet on passive sometimes. Just have it not auto attack. Have it be like, you know, no wood for 8 seconds, legs up for 5 seconds, you know, like stuff like that, you know. And then having most of the damage coming from the pet. You know, and you can start to get a feel for why Unholy DK is so bad in PvP as it is right now. You know, how to fix that, you know, it's very easy. You take out the pet damage and put it into Scourge Strike and Soul Reaper, and you make Soul Reaper do damage after 2 seconds or 3 seconds or something. And maybe you just make Soul Reaper do instant damage when they're below 35%. Just scrap the whole idea of having it be a dot. Maybe make Soul Reaper undispellable in PvP, or if they dispel it, they take the full damage, like you do with UA, for example. Or give the DK a stupid haste buff if they dispel Soul Reaper. You know, like, there's many things you can do to fix the game. But in my mind, it feels like... I don't think the Blizzard care anymore. Like, the guys that work on the classes and people, I don't think they care. Like, I actually don't think they care at this point. Like, it is absolutely stupid. Like, Word of Glory is still healing for a shit ton, and Enhancement Shamans are healing for a stupid amount. Ellie Shamans are healing for a stupid amount. Boomkins are healing for a stupid amount. Every class, like Rogues, are so fucking mobile with that conduit. How they stealth, etc. It is like mind-boggling to me how stupid the game is. Like, I'm not saying I can, you know, like, just looking at Mess, you know, he's top of the ladder on US servers. Like, I'm not saying I cannot get to the highest rating in 3s. I'm not saying that as a Frost DK you cannot do this and that. I am saying, when I play the game and the hunt comes, okay, I'll respect it. You know, I'll see that the ability being pressed, right? He cancels it. Okay, I pressed the cooldown, he didn't press his cooldown. Okay, cool. That's an interesting and cool design, you know? Like, Demon Hunter can do that. And that's fun to see, but like, why the fuck does it crit for 25k, and why is the average damage, you know, 15k or 11k or 12k, right? If you just made like say Star Search, just say Star Search just can't crit, the hunt can't crit, you know, like the Ellie Shaman one shot just can't happen. Just make it so like they can't kill you in 1 second, in 1.1 second, as you guys might have seen in some of the Twitch clips going around. Just make that impossible to happen. Just, you know, fix that part of the game. Make Ret Paladins burst damage lower. Give them more consistent damage. I don't know. Like their burst, okay, they should have some burst. I get it. I get you. I feel you. But 50k damage, 50k DPS, sorry, 150k damage in 3 seconds. Yes, it's on 3 people. Sure. 50k damage in 3 seconds is still too much. Okay? On 1 person. That's it. You know, that's all you gotta fix. Just fix this part. Just, when I play the game, let me play the game. Let me be in power of what's happening, you know? Don't, like this part is like the overflowing, like this needs to be fixed. This is like 100% fix this, you know? I have 1,000 other issues with the game in PvP, like rogues just sheep-shotting me when I'm standing next to them. Well, I don't fucking know. I just can't press my buttons for 4 seconds. That's all I know. You know, that's all I'm aware of. I'm not able to press a button for 4 seconds. Sure, you know, but why can they do that to me? Every single 18 seconds is over. Like, every single time my DR is over, why can they do that to me every single time? And at the same time, they can just run away, reset, go stealth with that that conduit, defensive conduit. Every time they go into stealth, like, the dots just don't break them out of stealth. Like, what? Who thought that was okay? Just remove that conduit. Like, for the love of God, remove that conduit. If I have a dot on a rogue, I should be able to get him out of stealth. Why? Because that's the way it's been for the longest ass time. And if you can't, you need to nerf rogue somewhere else. You have to. Because, yes, he can run away. Yes, he can get out of combat. No, I can't do anything. Like, Unholy DKs are really good at keeping rogues in combat with their pet, which is cool. But as a Frost DK, you know, you have that problem with the dot, you know. Like, for example, if I'm playing Unholy versus a Frost Mage rogue, right? Like, I will literally wait for him to press Cloak, because there's a bug with Unholy Blight. You press Unholy Blight as he cloaks, and you get a dot on him instantly, and he can't re-stealth. That's literally my tactic, playing against a rogue. And that doesn't work, because even without Cloak, he can just press Vanish, and stay in stealth forever. And then the Mage is so fucking tanky and immortal that I can't even kill him. Because he has Nova, DB, Poly, And then you're like, yeah, you can just kick the pulley, you can just dispel the pulley. Yeah. Okay, I can use Lichborn and AMS to beat me into it, okay? I pop Lichborn, he pops Temp, okay? I get Nova, I Wraith Walk, okay? My Lichborn runs out. He's still full HP because Temp just ended. He pulls me one. Okay, my healer dispels it. I press AMS, okay? And I'm able to hit him for 5 more seconds. Then he has his shields up, right? And I'm not able to do his shields damage before he was able to DB me after my AMS into another pulley, and my healer still doesn't have the spell. And it's like, that's Rogue Mage though. Yeah. The game is the way it is right now. Can it be fixed? Yes. Is it easy? Yes. Is there other things that also I would like them to fix that is probably not gonna be fixed? Yes. But I would at least have them fix the overall, like, the one-shots, you know? Like, for the love of God, please. Please fix that. I don't know what to say. I love the game. I love PvP. I love playing DK. I think it's a cool, you know, interaction. I think it's okay in the competitive way. But there's no love from Blizzard right now. There is no intermediate understanding that this is not okay. And it actually just, like, it makes me want to log out and never log back in. And for me, as a hardcore play, even if my class sucks kind of person, I wonder how that makes other people feel. I don't know how other people feel about it, but yeah, I don't even want to play the game when I get one shot. Anyway, hopefully a Blizzard employee can see this and they can understand and get at least the obvious parts of what is broken. Anyway, I'll see you guys in another video. Peace out.